Hi everyone, welcome to another beautiful episode of Casual Conversations, shortly Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. And I am your host, Tomiwa Akande.
Okay, once again, this is Prof. Kayode and welcome uh, again to Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande.
My guy.
So
Sure,
today we have someone here as our guest. You know, she's pretty, she's beautiful, wife to be. So I don't want to say a lot. So, Ma, kindly introduce yourself.
Good day, everyone. My name is Toria. Um, I'm a digital media executive professionally. Um, Personally, I'm a content creator and brand influencer, and I create content mainly around fashion, beauty, and lifestyle.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you. But you didn't
It's
say
good to
any,
be here.
yeah, you didn't say anything around being a wife to be.
No, I'm currently single, so there's nothing to say.
Okay, you're single, but are you searching?
Well, due to the pressure, current pressure for my parents, yes. If not for that, no.
So, as you did
Okay.
like this, pressure is wow.
Like mo ṣe délé fún Christmas like this, the first thing they asked me was like after eating and having my bath, my dad called me to sit home. I was like, we need to have a discussion. Like, am I less busy? I said yes. That's to sit down. And he said a lot. But
Mm.
the kókó nínú ìwé ọ̀rọ̀ ni pé ó dẹ̀ ṣàánú wa kó bá wa mọ́kọ wálé. So yes.
So 2025, you are ready to have mercy on your parents.
Well, I'm trying my best. I'm hoping for the best actually.
I also try my best to
You
scout around.
Well, for someone that is responsible, Sha.
Okay. You want someone that is responsible. Okay. So let's leave that for now. So you spoke about being a brand influencer.
Yes.
So can you just take us through how the journey started?
Okay, so a little backstory. I started my life as a model,
Okay.
and not just any type of model. I wanted to be a runway model. I had the stature for it. Like right now, I've added a lot of weight. Then I was a size 4. I moved to being size 6,
Oh.
and I love to take a lot of pictures. And everybody just see me and say, sports will launch. I'll say I'm not doing any sports. And people that are into fashion will say, are you a model? I'll say no. So I considered it and I started. And that was when I was in school. I schooled in the University of Ilorin.
Okay.
And my model journey started from there. Started freelancing, got into an agency, went like they just use you basically.
Okay.
They call you for shows, you do shows. The money is not reasonable money. Like I can do a runway show, work for like 6 fashion designers, and they're paying you 15,000 naira. So that's how bad it was. And in 2020, I think that should be 2020. I joined this agency that put me on a monthly salary, and it was like the best modeling gig I got so far. Whether I shoot or I don't shoot, I will receive my salary.
Okay.
Once I shoot, there's a commission for that shoot,
Oh.
and salary was very nice. And well, that was when my parents started supporting my journey,
Oh.
because initially they'll be like, "Kilo ten she gone like this modeling." They don't understand this. My dad used to say he doesn't understand it, and no matter how much I explain it, he say he does not understand. So um later I realized that there were some of us, like some of the girls, that they used for escort services. Escort services is part of the service that the agency renders. So if you are traveling to another state and there are like a top personnel, governor, this to um scout for girls, that will be an escort. Now in this escort, you're just being, maybe you're holding the person's phone, you are interacting, you are just like assisting the person professionally. But one day there was an issue, and the lady was speaking to me about how she has been here before, and she joined this our next set, and how somebody pinned, I think somebody from the agency that was supposed to be like our coach, pinned her to somebody else. She was not saying like she regretted it, but she was telling me like, oh, something like this exists in this place. which means it just takes a matter of time before it gets to me.
To you, yeah.
So yes, so I had to leave
Oh.
at that point. So I left and still wanting to model. I wanted to do something that was not going to expose me, something that I can say yes or no. I can be the one to choose
Yeah.
what I want. So that was what led into content creation.
Okay.
So as a model, I created content, but I did not know that it was content creation. And later, when I think it was TikTok that opened our eyes to a lot of things. But TikTok is not my platform. Instagram is my platform. And as at then, I already had 4,000 followers on Instagram for modeling. So I just started creating content, did fashion, and when brands started sending me, "Hi Toria, I would like to know." That time my name was Slim Tall Toria, not Toria Create.
Okay.
So they say, "Hi Toria, I want to send so package, I want to send you chemical, I invited you." So I started looking at it like, okay, I get in there. But then I did not know that there is influencing apart from content creation. And so there was one time that I was invited for one event, and in the event they talked about content creation, influencing, modeling. They just talked about the creativity, like the creative space, basically. So then I thought about it, like, okay, I'm a brand influencer if I'm doing these things, but I'm not making money from it. So people do not see me. Like before I added brand influencer to my bio, it was people that addressed me as influencer before I added it. Because for me, I feel like I'm creating content. I'm not influenced. Like I don't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to buy from the brand that I put out, and that is not my goal. My goal is to create content that are interesting to anybody that watches it. And that's how I started. Like that was how I transitioned from modeling to content creation and brand influencing. And I'm grateful for those brands that reached out to me and like opened my eyes to content creation and brand influencing.
That's good. I love that story.
Thank you.
I was so calm listening to you. But what brought you to Ibadan?
NYC.
NYC.
Yeah.
So you were initially not from Ibadan?
I'm not from Ibadan.
This is news
This is my second year in Ibadan.
Oh wow, you're from where?
I'm from Kogi State. I grew up in Ilorin, Kwara State. So my first time in Ibadan was 2025.
Yeah.
That's 2024 January.
That was when you came to Ibadan.
2023.
2023 or 2024?
2020. Let me think.
No.
2020. Okay,
You are done with
2023.
NYC now.
Yes.
Yeah, so this
2023 or
2020 should be your third year.
2020.
2025 will be your third year.
Oh.
Since you
I'm
came
actually not
2020.
sure right now.
You're already 2 years.
You passed that when?
You already passed 20.
December
2 years.
2020. Yes, 2023 January.
It's 2023, so January last year made it 1 year. This year made it 2 years. So this is your third year.
So I came for NYC, and then I had the option to choose. My dad is based in Lagos, so I could go to Lagos. But then I feel like Lagos is quite saturated. One. Number two, I don't think Lagos is a place to live as a normal person. I don't think. I'm sorry to those living in Lagos. I'm sorry to those. I feel like Lagos is somewhere you should just go for weekend and come back to your house. Not somewhere to live.
To relax.
Yes, so
relax,
exactly. Like just go there and spend your money and come
come
back and make more money and go and spend and come back. That is what I think Lagos should be. And I just looked at it and I felt Lagos is not going to pay me. Most of my audience on Instagram are Lagos audience. But then again, Lagos was just not an option for me. And then I wanted to go to Abuja, and my mother called me one day and she was like, "Kí ló ń wá lọ sí Abuja yìí?" Because number one, it's expensive. Number two, we had a lot of relatives I could stay with, but I don't like the idea of staying with somebody. So that means I'm going to, and she's not comfortable with the fact that I'm going there to be on my own. So Ibadan was my next option, and I chose Ibadan because I felt like I studied agricultural economics in school.
Okay.
So I looked at somewhere that had a lot of agricultural firms that I could do my NYC. And after Ogun, it was Ibadan. And I could not go to Ogun because, again, my mother. She was like, they used to use people for rituals. Kìnìkan nínú gbogbo 36 states tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, ibi tó pè lógún ló sọ pé ó fẹ́ lọ lè ṣiṣẹ́ o. Kìnìkan, so I picked Ibadan, and that was why I came here. My mother is very dramatic, so
yeah, it's good. You're dramatic too.
No, I'm not dramatic. I'm very calm.
The one yourself.
You know,
The one
I'm
yourself.
not dramatic. But maybe when
The
I
one
give
yourself.
birth, I'll become dramatic.
So you came to Ibadan, you love Ibadan,
Yes,
and you decided to stay.
I knew I was going to stay. Like I made up my mind that anyway I did my rights, I was going to stay there. So there are just only two things that will take me out of where I go. One is either getting married or I leave the country. So until any of that happens, I'll be in Ibadan.
Why do I feel like I know another reason why you stayed back in Ibadan? Why do I feel like that?
What can that be?
But let's leave that.
Okay. Me and not talk. So there was a time I was going through your Instagram page and I found out that you also, apart from the Toria creates your content creation page and brand influence, and I know that you also started Thrive Points.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've been following Thrive Points. Because I also run a social media management agency.
Okay.
And I've been learning a lot from the small things you've posted. Because I see that you don't post consistently on that page.
No.
But from the few things you've posted, I was able to learn one or two things. So tell me, what pointed you in that direction to, okay, let me start an agency for social media management? And I also know that you're a data analyst.
Professionally, that is not what I do. I create content, but not selling myself. I'm selling the business of whoever I'm working with. And so when I was the final year, my friend at the time just called me. I was like, Dolakbo. Dolakbo is my first name. They called me and said, there's this woman that reached out to him that his friend recommended him. But number one, he thinks he's bigger than that job. Number two, the money is not something that he wants to consider at the moment. But he knows that I can do it. So I asked him. He said, I was like, what's the work? He was like, I'm going to be a virtual assistant. And I was like, what will I be doing as a virtual assistant? Not the same thing as personal assistant, but this one is just virtual. And the person was in Canada at the time. And that I'll just be managing a social media page, our own personal page. I'll be in our meetings, taking minutes, just explained everything to me. And I was like, you know, I can do it, except I don't want to do it. And I was like, all right, let me try. So I asked him, how much is the salary? He said 50,000. And I said, me, I cannot do 50,000. That the agency, as I then I was in this modeling agency I speak about. The agency that I'm even working with, they are paying me more than 50,000. So why will I settle? But like it's remote. Like I have free will to do other things. So I should consider it. That's what about it. It was like I should write my CV. I was like, I don't have CV. It was like all the things I have done, I should put it in my CV and send it to him. So that day I wrote my CV and sent it to him. So I started working with this woman, and after like 2 months, she stumbled on my own personal page, and you know I was modeling, creating content. I saw my page, and she now called me that day. She was like, Dolapo, I saw your page, and I like all the things that you posted so far. Why have you never told me that you are a model, or you are? I was like, it's on my CV. So I believe she did not go through the CV. So I said that it's on my CV but this is what I want to do for the moment. So it's not be like I'm not interested in her work. And so she's like, okay, that I'm going to manage a business page. And that was how the journey started. So she moved me to the digital media team. As at then, we're just like first staff in the company. Right now we're like 27 or so. So the company has grew. And when she moved me there, we're just two of us in that team. And I was supposed to be reporting to the other person. The person was supposed to be teaching me. Because then they asked me, do I know how to use Canva? I said, no. I've heard about Canva, but I don't know how to use it. Did I know this? I said, no. Which platform do you know how to manage? I said, Instagram. But since she has seen what I can do, she's like, she still wants me to be in the digital media team. And because of the time difference, there are a lot of meetings that I have not been able to join to take a minute. So it's just as if your virtual assistant, they are freelancing it, like you're just doing freestyle. So I moved to that team. And after like 2 months, she liked the content, but they were not converting into sales. Okay. So she knew that there were a lot of work to be done. So my team leader at that time did a lot of training. The company took a lot of classes, like paid for classes. And me personally, when I'm doing something, I want to be the best at what I do. Like I want the value that I'm offering to. When you look at my work, I want it to be like, who did this thing? Yeah. So I try to be as excellent as I can be at what I'm doing. And as much as that reflected, they were not reserved to want to invest in this person because they saw how much I wanted to learn and do the work. And so the company started growing. They had different subsidiaries. Currently, they have like 7 subsidiaries.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
the company is not a group of companies, aside from just one. And so, as the company was growing, the pages I had to manage too were
Was
growing.
growing.
And at the time, they had to like, before you're supposed to report to somebody, now you have to like manage it by yourself. So we just want to see what you can do. And I started like that. After a year, I started talking about what I do on my own WhatsApp status. And this friend of my mom reached out to me and said she wanted, like, she just opened a fashion store. She sells textiles and she wants someone to manage the page. I was like, I can do it too. I went to Canva, I designed my rate card, sent it to her. Created like 3 packages. So she chose the smallest package. I did that one. I did it to my CV. The current one I was doing. I remember I said it's a group of companies.
Yeah.
So out of all the 7 groups currently, I've worked on like 5 of them. So all 5 are in my CV. So you can imagine how
packed your
exactly
CV
my
is.
CV is.
So,
So after that, I got like 3 other companies that I've worked with once in a while. Like, they are not recurring clients. They're just
Okay.
people that do one off. Sometimes they need services that I offer, but they're not taking my whole
yeah.
package. They're just like, oh, we want to run ads, but want you to help us to set our ad targeting, want you to help us to manage our page. Okay, want to revamp our social media page. And so I was just doing all of that. I was doing it. So I just said, okay, this thing that I'm doing with all these days. Now that they pay me salary, but I want more. And I'm getting all these people, they're coming to me. But I feel like I can sell myself better to them and I can make more money. Because honestly, for me, one of my driving force is the money. Like, to be honest,
It has to
is
be.
the money. No, there are people that will say, oh, I want to
Nah,
help.
lie. Nah,
My
lie.
own now money.
Nah,
So
lie.
so I wanted more money. I need more money. Not even wanted, I needed more money. And so last year I just about it. Let me put all these things that I do together and sell it as packages for people that would need this thing. And when I was I thought about it. I had this idea for over a year. But then again, it just feels like, what exactly are you offering that will make them want to pay this amount for what you want to do? So I started thinking about what can I do to add more value to anybody that's taking my service. And that was what led to data analysis.
Tell me, how is your relationship life?
She said she's single now.
Hey, what's my own? Hey, I did not say our status. I said our relationship life.
I anticipated this question. I did not even know that Africa was going to be here. How do you mean I knew? I would have begged you to please. Let's postpone to the day you will not be here. Can you like this come on?
Hey,
Well,
who asked the question now?
Nah, me.
Anyways, I'm currently single. What else to talk about?
I did not ask for your status. Your singleness is your status.
Well,
How is your relationship life?
my relationship life is there. Like,
It's just there. There's nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting.
Nothing
Okay,
interesting.
no, let's make this question more interesting.
Kini.
Just hold on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you're single, Abby,
Yes.
and daddy and mommy wants you to make them happy.
You said it.
You said that yourself. Abishika rewind.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Okay. You know, whatever makes a father to call his own daughter. When you're doing not come about that. Before I ask this question.
I'm a very young lady. My parents are just,
Very
okay, I'm
young
the
lady.
firstborn of my parents, so it's
Okay.
normal for them to.
So, and you are 25.
I'm almost 35.
So now the question now is, if you want to get married,
Yes.
I know you'll be praying to God that God, this is kind of man I want, a responsible man. Yes, God fearing. But aside being responsible, God fearing, aside him having money too, because I know money is part of those things that drives.
Money is the God fearing.
Yes, are you getting it?
No, when not
So,
the God fearing, someone that will go to church together, someone that will pray together. That I'll not be.
I will not argue.
I will not be the one that will be shouting.
Mm.
Baby Gigi, when I say sure. Now, if I dey do today, now you go do tomorrow. Not be one where I go dey force you. They say no.
So
we can't
back
do
to my
this.
question. So the God fearing, the loving man, the money man, and everything. So how do you want that man to look like? How do you
Give us
wish the
spec.
man to look like?
Give us spec.
Yes.
Are you into dark
From
guys? Are
color
you
down, leave
into
her alone. Let her talk. How you want a man to look like?
All right.
Okay.
Physical attributes, sorry.
Yes.
Okuruju. Let me start like that. Okuruju.
Okay.
It should be the same height.
Okay.
That's Okuruju.
And what's your own height?
I'm 5. Let me just say I'm 5'10".
Okay.
Because
5'10",
I'm not
okay.
sure at the moment, but let's just say I'm 5'10".
Okay.
Yes, so Okuruju should be the same height. I'll prefer someone taller than me, but if it's short.
Okay. The taller.
I
We've gotten the
prefer
taller.
yes, I prefer a dark skinned man.
Okay.
However, a taller bagbewa. Ó ṣe máa pupa jù, ó dẹ̀ máa funfun.
Tó bá pa lórí kọ́.
Mi ò fẹ́ kó pa lórí o. Torí èmi fúnra mi gan mi ò ní irun. Tó bá pa lórí àwọn ọmọ wa ò ní ní irun.
Ṣé má lọ bí ajírébi?
Yes, so kó má pa lórí. That's another one. What else? Physical attributes. She's very neat. Like I need to when I'm looking at his fingernails, his under his fingernails should be neat. I prefer them short. Yes. His dressing sense should be good. Like I can do the work if it's not
You're looking
good.
at yourself, you are married.
I know I'm married.
Yes.
Mo ronú fáwọn ọmọ
So if it's not good, I don't mind doing the work of putting in,
Okay.
but she be willing to
learn.
brush up.
Okay.
Yes. And what else? So push out needs, could be fine, could be alright. Unnecessary, but
Is
see, you
it
see this beard thing.
Yeah.
I never knew I would like a man with beard until my last relationship.
Okay.
I have I don't like beards. When I see girls doing, they like a guy that is 6 packs and like a rather beard.
Where
and
did
like
you meet the guy?
pink lips, school.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him in school, and he has been my best friend for the past.
Bestie ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Yes.
Bestie.
No, not like bestie, just best friend. He's not bestie. We don't do his bestie, Joe.
Bestie is still best friend. Ṣebí short for mu best friend.
No, Emo. Téèyàn bá ti sọ pé bestie. Ó láwọn nǹkan téèyàn máa ń ṣe téèyàn bá jẹ́ bestie. Táwọn ọmọ tẹ́ máa ń sọ ń sìn.
Educators.
Àwa àṣẹ gbogbo ìyẹn.
Educators.
I'm not educating people, but
Ah.
they're like best friend.
Àwọn òṣè gbogbo yẹn òṣèlú ààrẹ.
Okay.
Yes, now when you say bestie, people used to add like extra meaning to it. So I've been my best friend for like 4 years before we eventually dated. And from throughout the time we were friends, there were no intentions to date. Like there were times my mother would ask me, "Alright, you show any friend?" And I'm like, sort of fife, like we're just friends. And when it eventually happened, then I told her, she's like, most of shut up, look at ni already, no, you are fair.
And you dated for how many years?
I love this
We did it for a year.
Yeah.
Yes, but the only reason why we're not married is because both of us are AS. There's no underlying issue. We did not fight. We're currently on good terms. Like if I call him to come here to come and pick me, it will be here. So there's no any underlying issue. But at the time he was ready to proceed, my dad said it's not possible. That so why will I want to settle for AS and now have issues with childbearing and surrogacy and all those stuff? Because I listed all the options available. My dad said it's not possible. So that's why I keep saying, when you ask of him, that's why I keep saying, we're not in a relationship, but he's currently my friend. Yeah, he's still my best friend.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
So until we started dating, I did not know I would like a man with beards. But you see, in his case, after dating him, I don't think I want to date someone that does not have beards. Because like very important.
Very
Very important. Like you say, beards are very important. So yeah.
If you dey play, no dey touch me that.
Don't turn it on. Thank you very much, Toria. I enjoyed our short, long time together. And
thank you.
if we call you for another episode, I'm sure you're going to come.
I'm going to be here. Hopefully, your battery will be charged.
Madam.
So that we can spend more time.
Yes,
because normal, I suppose get more things to say. But because I don't. So.
Don't worry, we'll do a part 2 of your own.
Right.
So I'll bring you back again.
That time, please, maybe I don't be in relationships. So when you ask me for a relationship partner, that's what you say.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's nice to have you here.
I'd like you to come back pregnant.
Hey!
Why?
Married and pregnant.
Why?
Married
that means
and
people was
pregnant.
coming. She 2028 to play me by that one.
Don't worry.
Don't answer.
God answered our prayers. Don't worry.
Nothing. Okay.
By God's grace.
And
I know Daddy will be happy to hear me say this.
By God's grace, that is not going to see this video.
Ah,
I go if opportunity the way go take see him, I go block am make you no see am.
God, I beg.
No
God,
wahala.
despite people trying to block my video from reaching my right audience, please make a way.
My father is not your right audience.
That's what you think because it's an episode. All right. Thank you very much for joining us for this particular episode of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. I'm
Thank
very
you.
grateful that you are our audience. You are supporting us. You are liking, you're subscribing, and we want you to continue to do that. Prof. Kayode, thank you for joining me on this particular episode. I appreciate you. Oremi Atata, Shano, and Toria, thank you one more time. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having
And that'll
me.
be all for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles.
Ejalo Jamala.